How about you, YouTube? Back with the service deck again. Today I am doing a tag video. It's roughly 5:30 in the morning. I have not been to sleep since I woke up like 2:30 Thursday afternoon, and it's currently Saturday, so I am suffering from insomnia and browsing YouTube and discovered that I was tagged, and yeah, so here I am doing this video. So I was tagged by Jeff Soares. This is the Monstrous 5for5 tag. It was originally started by HorrorInMe, and I will link both those pages down in the description. There is 5 questions, and I'm just going to jump right into it because I think this tag video is actually really awesome, and I really like these questions, and I think it'll be fun to do, and I'll get down to whenever I tag the other people, I'll let you guys know why I'm tagging them. So again, started by HorrorInMe, and I was tagged by Jeff Soares. So here we go. Question number 1. It says, it's actually a 3-part question. So it says, what is your favorite vampire movie? What is your favorite werewolf movie? And what is your favorite kids Halloween movie? Okay. I am a huge vampire, werewolf, anything that's monster related. I'm a huge fan of them. So my answers might be a little bit different than the norm. Actually, so far, I do have to agree with Jeff Soares on my favorite vampire movie being The Lost Boys. This is one of my favorite scenes in the movie, where David turns the box of noodles into worms. So that was an epic scene. The movie is full of epic scenes. That was way back when Feldman was actually a good actor and halfway decent. But I mean, I love everything about that movie. Even the soundtrack was to die for. I mean, it's still got that. I mean, the movie was fantastic. So that's my favorite vampire movie. With the second part of that question, my favorite werewolf movie, one of them, when it comes to werewolves, for me, as long as it's not stupid like what they did with the Twilight series, I personally don't think that a werewolf is somebody that turns into a dog. The whole part about any kind of were creature is that it's half man, half the creature. So you guys have seen in my past videos that I'm into like D&D and all that stuff, so you know they've got the were-bears and were-tigers and stuff like that. So that's a half person, half creature. So a werewolf to me is a half person, half werewolf. So anything that does that is good in my book. There's been a ton of them, a ton of great movies. But honestly, one that I love is a both vampire and werewolf movie, and that is the Underworld series. I know I'll probably get flack for it, but I really do. I really enjoy it. I like the way they portray the vampires. I really, really love the way they portray the werewolves. I love the constant battle between them. I like the whole series. Some of the movies haven't been as good as the others, but I've still really enjoyed them. Mostly because I think Kate Beckinsale's super hot. I like Scott Speedman. Yeah, I think Scott Speedman. I thought he did a fantastic job in it. Not Gary Oldman. I can't remember the old dude. But I mean, awesome. You know, they all do a great job. And then they've got the new Underworld movie coming out here soon, so I'm super hyped about that. I just started seeing trailers drop for that, so yeah, I'm definitely down for that. So Underworld would have to be, it'll have to share the place of A and B for this question. But yeah, I love that movie. Even the action scenes are great. It could have dealt a little less with the romance side, but I mean, I'm always down for seeing Kate Beckinsale in something less. So, yes. Number 3. And, man, this is probably my most exciting part of this question. It says, what is your favorite kids Halloween movie? Now, my kids watch a lot of animated movies. So, you get the Hotel Transylvania, all the Disney horror movies that are out there. And those are all great. They're really good. Then you got all the kid movies that are out there, Hocus Pocus, Monster Squad, all those. Honestly, my favorite horror or Halloween movie, this dates back to my childhood, and that was Ernest Scares Stupid. I love that movie. I wish I could find it. If I ever did find it, I would buy it in a heartbeat, because that movie is freaking hilarious. I don't know, man. When I was growing up, everything was Ernest, and I absolutely love that movie. So yes, number 3 for me is Ernest Scares Stupid. I need to buy that movie because I want to introduce my kids to it. So I think it would be fantastic. I think it's one of those important things that they need in their life. So a little bit of Ernest. So that's that. The second question says, what is your favorite and least favorite candy to receive on Halloween? I'm going to start with my least favorite first, because I'm going to go off on a tangent on my favorite just because of some stuff. So my least favorite is Tootsie Rolls. I think it's a cop-out. I hate it when I show up to a house and me or my kids just get a handful of Tootsie Rolls. I like Tootsie Rolls personally. I don't think it's a bad candy. I think it's just a cop-out candy to put into a Halloween bag. Just like when you buy those huge $15 bags of assorted Halloween candy, the Tootsie Rolls are in there for filler. That's it. And then they didn't put it in there because people are like, oh, it's Halloween, I want a Tootsie Roll. No, not at all. So, yeah, Tootsie Rolls are probably my least favorite when it comes to Halloween. Oh, my favorite is Reese's. And the reason I'm getting on a tangent with this is because I just discovered and just had for the first time 2 days ago, they have this new thing out. It's Reese's Peanut Butter Cups with Reese's Pieces inside. Yes! Reese's Pieces inside of Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. It's fucking awesome. I swear you guys need to try it. Sorry for cursing, but I'm excited. Reese's Pieces, man. That's what gets me. Oh, yes. I love it. Reese's with Reese's Pieces. I can't say it enough. It's awesome. Everybody that watches this, try it. Everybody else that doesn't watch it, still need to try it, because they are amazing. Amazing. That's it. Whoever my 50 subscription box that's coming up for Halloween, those are going in it. I am buying a shit ton of those Reese's with Reese's Pieces in it, and those are going in. Lucky winner gets that. Yes, definitely happening. Okay, number 3 says, what is the best horror gift I have ever received from a friend or a loved one? I am unfortunately in the same boat as Jeff Soares with this one, and I don't think I have ever received a horror gift. And when we get down to the last question, I'll explain why that's a little odd to me. But yeah, I was actually thinking about it, and I don't think I've ever received a horror gift. I didn't want to leave this section blank, so the best horror thing I have received that I never expected, it was actually out of one of my Bobos, and that was my Friday the 13th lunchbox. I love this thing. I think it's freaking amazing. And when it comes to the slasher killer films, Jason Voorhees is definitely my favorite. So yeah, I thought that was pretty awesome. But as far as like gifts from friends or family, I honestly don't think I've gotten one. If I have, I've completely let it slip my mind, because as of right now I can't think of anything. Number 4 is, what fun Halloween activities do you do that your hometown offers? Now, I live just outside of St. Louis, and they have a huge attractions in St. Louis. There's the Cobb Factory. There's a couple other ones. I can't for the life of me, I can't remember what they're called. But I mean, they've got a whole bunch of haunted houses and all that stuff that they do for Halloween. And unfortunately, I've never been, mostly because I always have to work. Usually when I don't work on Halloween, I'd rather spend my time taking my kids trick-or-treating. So that's normally what I do for Halloween, is I go trick-or-treating. And it's kind of one of those things where, and this, well, I'll hold off on that because it gets down to number 5 also. So, number 5, it says, do I have any Halloween or October rituals? Trick-or-treating, if I am not working. I love seeing my kids' reactions to costumes. Most of the time they are scared, but I like the fact that they can see how people dress up, and I like seeing the homemade costumes, and they have fun doing it, so I really enjoy that. And especially like with my kids getting older, they're really wanting to get into doing the costuming, so we've been shopping for costumes for a while now, especially since what they're wanting to do this year. It's also going for our Ren Fair stuff and all that stuff, so I'm definitely down for that. I love dressing up. My birthday is actually the 24th, which is exactly 1 week before Halloween, which is why I find it weird that I've never received a horror gift, because my birthday is actually right before Halloween, and I am a huge horror fan anyways, so I did find that kind of odd. It never dawned on me until this question was asked, so I don't know, that's a little weird. But one of my rituals is definitely watching horror movies, specifically The Thing. By far one of my favorite movies ever made. I love that movie. I love the graphics. I love the practical effects in it. I love the storyline. I love the actors. I think everybody in it hit right on par. It's phenomenal. It's a great movie. That's definitely one of my, if I can, I try to watch it on Halloween, just because, then that's literally one of the first movies that ever scared the living crap out of me. So I definitely watch that every year. So other than that, that's pretty much this tag video. Excuse me. So now I got to tag 5 people, and oh man, I know there are a lot of huge horror guys out there, and I know they're going to end up getting tagged for this, or else I would be tagging, the typical Joe and Mander McClander, and but I know those guys are going to get tagged by other people, so I'm not going to include them in my tag. Instead, I'm going to hit up some of my other side, some of my comic book guys, just because I like to hear what they do for the Halloween, and what their answers are to this question, because they're, like I said, they do a lot of comic book stuff and not really focused on the horror stuff. So I know the horror channels, I've probably heard some of these answers before, so I'm kind of interested on the other side. So my first one is going to be Louis Jewell, you're tagged. Christian Collins, you're tagged. Airborne Sapper, comic fan, got you too. FM McInnes, you're it, buddy. And then my last one is going to be So Comics, got you too, man. Another reason I did these 5 channels is because these 5 channels are actually also really active on my page. There's a couple more that I really wanted to tag, but honestly, it doesn't appear that they do the tag videos, or they don't jump into a tag video, so I really didn't want to waste a tag on somebody that wasn't going to do a video, even though they've got great channels. But I still, when I do shout outs, I still drop those channels anyways. But I really wanted to hear what these guys had to say, so that's why I picked these 5. If I could tag more, I definitely would, because there's a lot of these guys I'd like to hear. So if you're watching this and I didn't tag you and you still want to do it, please, by all means, go ahead and do it. Say I tagged you anyways. I don't care, because I want to see them. Link your video in the description, because I would love to see it, or give me a a heads up or whatever, because I definitely want to see these videos. I love hearing everybody else's reactions to it, and like I said, everybody's got different opinions. So I would actually really like to hear what everybody else's take on like the movies and the candy and all that stuff is, and that's why I asked about candy on my subscription, or my giveaway. But again, so that's it. I was tagged by Jeff Soares. This was started by HorrorInMe. I'm tagging Louis Jewell, Christian Collins, Airborne Sapper, FM McInnes, and So Comics. So that's that. This was fun. I really enjoyed this one. This was actually a good one. So good job, HorrorInMe, for coming up with these questions. Thank you, Jeff Soares, for tagging me in this, and look forward to everybody else's videos. Hopefully you guys do make a video. No obligation to, but I would highly enjoy watching them. And as always, y'all stay geeky.